Hey everybody, Dean DaCosta, and we are looking at sourcing links. And I want to go through kind of a scenario with you and get you used to using the tool. So we're going to populate it all for Java Developer. I pick on them a lot, I know, but it just seems like everybody wants them. Some of these searches are text, some aren't. So over time you'll get used to which are the best ones for you. I want to pick on LinkedIn a little bit, so we're going to open this one right here. Now what we did here is do an X-ray into LinkedIn with half of the top of the 27 email domains that 95% of all Americans have an email with. And you notice we get 39,000. That's awesome. What I want to do though is I kind of want to narrow it down to Seattle geographical area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in and this is something I did earlier just and everything. So I put in and greater Seattle area in quotes. And the reason I did that is because LinkedIn has its geographical designations, and greater Seattle area is one of them. It kind of covers the whole Seattle area. Um, the update for sourcing links coming in Q1 will have a link to a listing of them so you'll know what they are. But that said, here we go. Let's post. 490. I like that. Now, what you can do from here is multiple things. First, you can come down to the bottom where it says more results. And just so you know, there are more. I'm just not going to do them. Let's stick here. You can use Instant Data Scraper to scrape the info. Give it a minute because it does take a second to kind of say, ooh, I'm going to scrape all this info. Plus, I'm running this. And if it takes, yeah, there we go. If it takes too long, I'll just stop it. And you get all this info, which includes their LinkedIn URLs, if there's emails, whatever they can get. You can then use this LinkedIn URLs to upload to any one of a bunch of tools, starting with Swordfish, Numera, Kendo, Seekout, HireEasy, Luxo, and it'll find you contact info, probably for about 80% of them. And then you use my tool to find the others, which I'll show you how to do in a little bit. If you don't want to use Instant Data Scraper, which I can understand some people may not, let me validate I'm not a robot. And you can use Data Miner, which is what I would do. Because Data Miner's already got a recipe, let me get rid of this one, written with it. And it comes a little bit cleaner. So we're going to go ahead and scrape it. We're going to go ahead and open it. It did 50 rows. We already know the date's 11/14. So it's more than likely, that's 10, more than likely that one right there. We're going to open up, and it's a little cleaner. It takes the emails out and let you know the emails are over here, and it's just cleaner. And you download CSV, same process. Awesome. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look here real quick and see. We're going to notice there's a few that don't have emails, and so we're going to look Krazen Tomov. So cool, we got it. Now here's how the rest of it. Let's say you don't find them all, and we already know you won't, or the tools that you might use for it won't. So here's Kraven Tomov. That's his. We're going to open up his profile using a Chrome extension link, and we're just going to get an idea. His name, he's in Seattle. We're going to go ahead and copy his name. And we're going to come down here and just validate if you think, okay, he's a CEO president. That's cool. He's obviously grew up as a Java developer, obviously. Matter of fact, it says it. So Seattle. So he's been in Seattle for a while. Technical University of blah, 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 blah. So we know he's been around for a little while. So that's awesome. So now how are we going to find his contact info? Assuming the tools, that I listed earlier don't. We've got his name. We're going to come up here to the real name switch. We're going to put his name in. Now, the first thing we're going to do is get rid of this stuff that doesn't fit because obviously we want first name, last name. We don't need all this, we need first name here, last name here. We're going to populate all. And we're going to go into two people to start. I always like to start with two people to tab it. Let's see. Oh, wow, Seattle and there. View details. That's his address. Good, good. He's 42. This is probably him. Don't see an email. This is more than likely him. I do not see an email or a phone number. But you know, so that's 42 and that's 42. Odds are pretty good. It's the same person. And used to live in Bellevue in Seattle. There we go. Same thing. Oh, phone numbers. Cool. And anything else? Ooh, email. Done. We got him. Over. Done. It's that simple. And if you don't want to believe it or you're like, we can go over here and we can look at others. Fast people search. There's boatloads of ways to do it. Done. You got his email, move on down the highway. And that took me, what, 10 seconds, 20 seconds? Now, let's go in here and just validate a little bit more and make sure we think 32, 42 is about the right age. Let's see, 2006. Okay, so we know he graduated with a bachelor's in 2003. So if we, 18 when you graduate, 4 years makes you 22. 2003 is 20 years ago. So that would be, because it's 2023, that makes him 40. Guess what, guys? 43, that is him. That's him, done, over. And we found his email, and it didn't take long. And by the way, he's got another email right here. I knew it was hidden somewhere, but we're saying we couldn't find it. So there you go. That's how easy the tool can be used. That's what it will do for you. It can work with those tools you have. And I always recommend having more than one tool for anything, because you never know when the tool's going to stop working or just be down that day. And I don't think you want to tell your magic couldn't do my job, the tool's down. This is how you use the tool. It's meant to give you that simple start for any search you want to do or anything else you want to do, where you can just pop it in Java and then pick where you want to search and then add more to it. 13 resumes here from this particular site, so you don't really need to add much. 13 isn't that many. Let's see how many are over here in Visual Studio. 34. You're not going to need to add that many. So why worry about it? Let's see, Facebook around. Let's do that one. There's 16,400. That's a lot. This one you might want to consider narrow it down. So let's try Seattle. Let's see what that gets us. It only gets us 7, so at least we narrowed it down, but 7 isn't a lot, so let's not do that. Now, here's where I'm going to show you something kind of cool. Guess what else is usually in and around present? A location. So let's see if we can make this work. No guarantee, but we're going to try it. 3, so actually it did work. Let's try it this way without the N3. So it did work somewhat. So you can add a lot of things. You can even add a company. Now, Java developer is one of them ones that's kind of tough. Not many people are actually called Java developers. So let's see what happens if we're in here and we decide to change our mind. We just want developer. Ooh, 24,000. That's a lot. So now let's add in Amazon, but spell it right. I didn't. Now let's see what we get. 12,000. Ooh, we just narrowed down. These people are Amazon. Now let's go over here and narrow it down a little more and add in a little Seattle magic. 32. There we go. That's what I mean. I give you the start. This tool gives you the start, and you can add and take away to keep it going, to make it work. You can even create a Boolean string somewhere else and pop it in to see what happens, to make it work better once you're done. So I'll give you an example of what I mean by that. In future iterations of this, there will be a Boolean builder built in. I'm going to go ahead and use my desktop version for now. And you see all this over here, J2E, Java, Engineer, Google. Well, we're going to go ahead and copy that. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back to this, and we're going to go right here, and we're going to get rid of Amazon. We're going to get rid of Seattle. We're going to pop that back in for the 26,000, whatever. Now, Facebook, it may not be the best one to use the string because I don't believe they get that nitty gritty, but let's see. 14, boom. There you go. What I just did will come in handier is with some of these bigger things. So let's do one. Let's go down here and do one where we have, oh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do a resume search real quick. Control F, type in resume, kind of can get you where we're going to do a Google resume. We already know we want Java developer. But you know what? We got that other string. Let's see what we get if we instead put that string in. Remember, there we go. And that's what I'm talking about. This tool is versatile enough that you can do whatever you want to get what you want. You can start with a simple string, add stuff. You can go use a Boolean string, build it, stick it in there, and make it work. You can do whatever. So that's it. This is a longer video than I normally do, 8 minutes or so, but this is it. This is sourcing links. This is the platinum version, just so you know. And then this is my personal, but this is coming. This is Q1 stuff. So you're getting to see a little Q1 stuff ahead of time. So there you go. Sourcing links.